Good morning, guys. Jason from Man's Adventures, and in today's video we are headed to get Steven from the Crafty Crow Show, and we're going to do a little winter camping at the lake. Forecasted snow tonight, could get anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. It should be a very good camp. Looking forward to it, guys. Stick around, see how this goes. Well, guys, here we are. Got Steven from the Crafty Crow Show, and it's time to do some winter camping. What do you say, Steven? Need some headroom?
I feel like I'm in a box. This is why fat men use trucks instead of Jeeps.
He likes a Jeep. We can take top off.
Let's do it.
No. See y'all at the lake. All right, guys, we're finally on the road. I've stopped and got me a chicken biscuit from Wendy's, and trust me, it is some yummy goodness.
Yummy goodness.
Yummy goodness.
Yummy goodness.
That's for you, Brainstorm. If you guys haven't checked out our buddy's channel, it's Brainstorm. Go over and check it out. He's got some really good content. I love his shorts. Spread that positive goodness, guys. We'll enjoy his yummy goodness biscuit now. See you at the lake. All right, we are now at the lake. We're getting unpacked and getting ready to hike into our camp spot. It's about 27 degrees out. It's supposed to get up to 44 today, but snow tonight. Of course, we're gonna bring all this to you in the video. It's gonna be great. We'll see you on the trail. So, other than making a bushcraft chair, what's some of your plans for this trip?
Don't die.
Don't die.
Or freeze to death.
You'll be in a hammock, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to build a lean-to. Not a true bushcrafty one. I did bring my Chill Gorilla tarp, but yeah, I'll definitely be in an open face shelter with 3 inches of snow coming. Some people call us crazy. We just love nature, warm and cold. I'm gonna grill up a steak tonight. I'm looking forward to that. And I think, Steven, you got what, Mountain House?
Mountain House. First time I've done dehydrated camp meals.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great trip.
Well, you throw about a 40-pound pack on your back. Plus you're fat, you got everything squeezed up. You get warm. Woo.
That's why I didn't put my jacket on. I'll have to have lots of firewood, but I think we'll have plenty. Check this out. Plenty of wooded area here, leading over to where we're camping. This trail's probably about a quarter of a mile hike in. It is I believe I called the video we found a hidden loop trail.
Yeah, that was it, hidden loop trail.
This is the trail we're on at Martin's Fork Lake today, so if you've seen that video, you know where we're at. Never camped it, so it's kind of a maiden voyage here. But stick around, guys. I think it's gonna be a great day. Yeah, I think this is gonna be home. Not a bad view from camp, guys. All right, we've got to the camping spot. Steven's going to find a spot to put up his hammock. I am going to build a lean-to. I'm going to use my Chill Gorilla tarp, and I don't know if I'm going to use some trees or actually build up a frame. But yeah, we're going to get all that figured out. Going to be fun. Let's get this heavy pack off and start some work. Alright guys, I believe I'm going to build a lean-to right here. Got a beautiful view of Stone Mountain and the lake and the open field here. Just got to clear some of this brush out and might try to make a raised bed. Just get myself a little bit off the ground. I have a good foam mat to sleep on. And I got my bivy sack and a 0-degree sleeping bag, so I'll be toasty. Got to get all this cleared out first so we got a place to lay. Alright guys, I got some cutting tools out. Let's go see what we can find as far as building a frame for my shelter. We'll get this thing put together, and next task after that will be firewood. And then maybe we can relax. Let's get to work. Alright, we are headed out to get some poles for my frame. Set up the lean-to. And check out this view. Absolutely beautiful. Steven's back there. He's found him a spot to put up his hammock, and he's clearing out some underbrush to put that up. We're gonna get our shelter set and then get our fireplace built, and it's gonna be fun. Good time, guys. Spin you around here, show you the woods I'm headed towards. This is headed back to the trail. I'm gonna find some dead standing or some undergrowth saplings, see what I can find for my frame, but plenty to work with, guys. All right, guys, this is just gonna be a temporary lean-to, nothing major. So I'm trying to look for some of this little underbrush just to build a quick frame, something to tie my tarp to. And I'm not gonna chop down any big humongous trees or anything, or any good size lumber. Leave it as natural as I can, but this trashy stuff that's underneath these big trees, it needs cleared out from time to time anyway, so I'm going to take a few of those to build up my frame and see what we can do after that to build a raised bed. Nothing else, I can sleep on the ground. I've got my military bivy sack. It's Gore-Tex, so it would protect me just fine. But let's chop a few of these down, get back and build our frame. So Steven's already got his hammock laid, and I've just barely cut some sticks. So that's the difference between going bushcrafty and backpacky. Backpacky? Is that a word? Backpacky. Anyway, let's get some work done. All right, we're gonna have to cut these to length. See, my Crafty Crow bag here holds my folding saw, which is just a Gerber folding saw, but these are nice to have. If I can get it to work here. It's hard to do everything when your hands are so cold. Simple, easy to pack, great tool. Let's get these sawed up. Alright guys, I have laid out my ground pad to help me measure how far I need my poles apart for the start of my lean-to. So got this cleared out. I like the way this lays. I got a great view looking at Stone Mountain and the lake. I just got to get these poles cut to length, tie them together, and start my lean-to. Let's get it done. Alright, I got my pole measured and I've cut one already. Now it's time to cut the other one, and then we'll get them drove into the ground. There's my main post. All right, I got my measurements. I've already put the first pole in. I'm gonna put this one in, and then we'll get us a ridge pole, build out the rest of our frame, get the tarp on it, see what we got. All right, I've got my ridge pole measured. This one's too flimsy. I'm gonna have to go find a bigger one. So this will be my measuring stick, so I know how big of one I need. Let's get back into the wood line. All right, guys, I've searched and I found a tree. It's hollowed out pretty bad in the bottom. It's still alive, but it is going to die. It's good and straight, more round than what I needed. So I'm gonna take this one for my ridge pole. Let's get it cut down. Lay my measuring stick out of the way. All right, this little hatchet made quick work of that. Didn't bring a full-size axe today. Steven brought his big axe that he got for Christmas, so knew we wouldn't need an extra one, so I brought the smaller one for easier stuff like this. But let's get this back to camp, get our lean-to built. All right, guys, got our ridge post cut. Now it's time to secure it up here, see how it wants to lay, and finish building out kind of like a half A-frame going towards the back. And we might place some, what would that be called, Steven? From here, ribs maybe? Choice? No? That's what
Purlins? No. I don't know, them sticks go at an angle. I don't remember right off.
We're gonna call them ribs right now, but yeah, we're going to place some ribs going back, just kind of keep the wind from slapping the tarp around, give it a little more stability since snow's coming. But let's get this built. Steven's still trying to figure out what it is.
No, you said ribs.
Oh, ribs? Barbecue ribs sound good. I'm hungry. All right, I got this just quickly tied off. Now I'm going to lash it up strong where it'll be able to support everything, because with the snow coming and wind, it's untelling what we're going to get. So plenty of twine here. Let's get this done. Alright guys, I've got the shelter framed up to where it's not going to go anywhere for what weather we're having. I just need to get these cut off and tied to my ridge line, a ridge pole, and get the tarp over it. And I don't believe I'm going to do a raised bed. It's already pushing 2 o'clock. Still got to build a fire pit and gather firewood. So this is going to be home. I like it though. Let's get this finished up. All right, I now have my poles in place. I just gotta trim them off and we'll get that tarp hung up. Start trimming. That's that. Let's get this tarp on. All right, guys, it's time to get this tarp on. And I know I say guys way too much. I'm working on that. We're going to use our Chill Gorilla tarp. I don't know what's happened to that company. They were everywhere doing good, and things happened in the world, and it's like they've just went off the charts. But still gonna plug them. I don't know if you can buy them anymore. They great products. Hopefully they'll come back. Let's get this tarp on. Alrighty, here is the lean-to with the tarp on it. It's a little high, but I'm gonna have just a small long fire right here in front of me. Nothing big, just enough to put a little heat in there to circulate. Might build a reflector wall. Stephen come up with a good idea. Had plenty of sticks left. Might build a reflector wall to help hold some of that heat in. And I'll probably put my pack right here. I'm gonna put my head on this end, and that'll help block any wind or snow. But in that Gore-Tex bevy, I'll be nice and snug. I've got like I said, a 0-degree bag, and it's only supposed to be down to about 30 or 32 tonight, so should be pretty good. All right, I've got my fire reflector wall built. I've used some old danky wet wood that was laying around, stacked them in between a couple green sticks here. Got that one tied off. I'm gonna tie this one off, and that should keep it good and steady. I'm gonna find some big flat rocks, actually lined it at the bottom as well, just to kind of keep it an extra protection, being I'm gonna be sleeping by it. But I'm gonna have probably a nice 1.5 to 2 foot long fire right here. Just do a lone fire. I'll start it by bringing some coals from our main campfire over here and just keep a little smoldering fire overnight, just to get some residual heat inside my lean-to. But never tried this, I always wanted to. Gonna see how it works. All right, guys, let's go get some rocks, put down here at the bottom, and build our fireplace. All right, and there is the finished product of my reflector wall and fireplace for my lone fire. This will be my view from my bed under the lean-to. And if you look just to the side, what a beautiful view it is. I can't wait for the snow to start falling. It's gonna be so beautiful in here. Next order of business is to get my sleeping bag put into my bivvy. Let's get the bivvy open so we can let that loft out some. This is a 0-degree bag. Let's see, can't remember the brand. Susie Sport. So actually be the first time I've got to try this bag out. I've laid in it before, just never overnight. I believe it'll be fine. Well insulated, complete mummy bag. Looking forward to it. Everything laid out in there so it can loft up. A lot of times when your sleeping bags and such are in storage, they can get compacted too much, and it's always good to put them out on your bed before you go to bed. That way they can loft out, and you'll get more insulation, stay a lot more warm. But let's do some more work, guys. It's almost time to start a fire here in a little while and grill up a steak. And go find Steven and see what he's into. You ever wonder what Steven does when we're camping? He's got a moment or two. Remember, it is the Crafty Crow Show. He's trying to crawl in his people. They're answering. They're out there. They're actually to the left and right of us. They answered. I be dog.
They're everywhere right now.
Yeah, he's got them stirred. That's hilarious. If he brings them in, I'll come back in, show you all this. All right, something I forgot I'd brought with me is a reflective tarp, and I'm gonna put this down towards my head, and this mylar side of it will help reflect my fire and give me a lot of heat. And yeah, I'd almost forgot I'd brought this, so looking forward to putting this up and see how it works as well.
It's the Crafty Crow Show. I mean, come on. I see some. We'll go down here and see if we can see them out here in this flat.
Steven's chasing crows still. I love it. The Crafty Crow. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish putting this up, pull it tarp, and should help me stay a lot more warm and block the snow coming in on my head. I was gonna set my pack right here, but I opened up my pack and remembered I'd put that down in there. So I packed up last night. I couldn't remember what I brought. I was so tired from work. But I'll get this done, then I'll give you a tour of my crib. All right, guys, the shelter is finally finished. Got me a nice firewall, fireplace, good looking lean-to for what it is. We got here at 10 o'clock today. We had to hike in, scout the area, figure out where we wanted, and chose this flat, beautiful spot. We've hiked out here before, enjoyed it, and Steven wanted to come try to camp it. I agreed it was the place to come, so here we are. Now let me show you this this lean-to setup. So you can see, got my firewall built with a little rock fireplace and some reflector rocks, and then my lean-to and my extra mylar tarp, which will be on my head side, a little bit over my head, so that'll reflect that heat in there nicely. I'm gonna lay my pack back over here. Sorry guys, battery died. As I was saying, I'm gonna put my pack over here by my feet, and that'll be tucked in out of the snow. But yeah, I look for it to be a peaceful, good night's rest. So yeah, I look for it to be a good night's rest. Probably I might get chilled, I don't know, we'll see. I'll check in with you. But right now, we'll walk around the edge of this lake, show you some of this scenery. Let's go. Now, if you can see, right there is the tunnel, which is also the spillway from Cranks Creek Lake into Martins Fork Lake. Actually, on around this bend, there's a whole separate lake. I've camped it before, but I don't think I've ever showed it on film. So, I'm gonna have to bring you all out there. Check out this view. Now, the lake is drained right now for winter. That way they'll have the room for the spring waters coming through. We're gonna walk around and check it out. It's hard to believe where I'm standing right now is usually underwater, but you gotta let the lake out for winter. So far we're not sinking in this sand. We'll walk out here to the water's edge if we can and look around. You can hear the mud. I got muck boots on. There's nothing really to worry about. All right, we've made it to the water. Turn you around. It's going to be beautiful tomorrow with the snow falling. Our camp is just behind those trees. Let's head that way. Can't get over how quiet and peaceful it is in here. Always love coming to the lake. You see us here a lot in my videos, but it's just so easy to get here. It's in our county. Easily accessed. Beautiful places to fish and camp. One of my favorite places, as you know, Martins Fork Lake. But on this little walk, just wanted to talk to you some. I'm actually going to fill up my water bottles and go back and gather up some firewood after this. We have 2 fires going tonight, so we'll have the main campfire, And then we'll have my little personal fireplace at my shelter. Pretty cool view. I don't know if you can see it, but our camp's right up there. Can't see Steven's tarp as good as mine, but mine's that neon green, so it stands out real good in the winter time. Let's get some water. Now I'm going to use lake water, but I brought my Sawyer water filter, and it's going to collect some water out of there, filter it, and got a couple bottles. Should do us for the night. If not, there's plenty, so let's come back down and get some more. Looks like a good place to get water to me. It's cold. As always, run a little through your filter first and start your fill. It's one bottle of drinking water. Now, I actually brought a Gatorade bottle as well. So, we're going to fill it up. Once this water goes through this filter, it tastes just like a bottled water out of the store. And I'd say today it'd be just as cold. I'll probably have to fill this up one more time before bedtime, especially since it's supposed to snow. I don't want to be out here in that mess trying to get water, but we'll go back and get our firewood and cook up some steaks once we get the fire going, and then a few more chores and call it a night. Look how clear that is. Can't beat that, guys. It's a beautiful field, guys. Now, a good find for me is where the lake is down. Several old pine trees laid over, and they have all these branches broke off. As you can see, I've sawed a few of them. I'm going to collect every one of them. These are seasoned and dry and even have pine resin in them. We'll make some good firewood for my personal fireplace at the lean-to. This should keep me warm all night long. I'm going to harvest all this, clean this one up, and then I might work on one over there. But yeah, wonderful find. I'm going to process all this. Be plenty of wood. Show it to you once I get it cut here. Super dry, seasoned, and got that pine resin around it. It's going to keep me warm all night long, snow or no snow. Can't beat that. It's like having a lumber store. I was out gathering a little bit of extra firewood, and check out this sunset. Flip his camera around. Beautiful pink sky. That snow will be in soon, but check that out. While I was gathering a little more firewood, Stephen got the fire going, and then it got dark on us. GoPro was dead, so I've got it charging, and I'm using my phone to shoot this. Guys, it's absolutely wonderful out here. Last time we checked, it was 38 degrees, and that was right before the sun dipped down, so it should start dropping soon, and a few hours we'll have that weather moving in. They said rain to snow, but I think it's going to be cold enough to snow from the get-go. Put my steak on as soon as we get a nice bed of coals and enjoy dinner. Alright guys, about to throw this steak on the fire. I'm hungry, and that looks like a pretty good meal. There it is. Time to eat. Yeah. Just a quick video of what the shelter looks like with the fire going. And that is my yellow Columbia jacket held up on the other end as a windbreak. Well, there's the fire by the fire reflector. It is smoky in the shelter, but it is also warm. It's just probably around 9 o'clock. It's been snowing for the last 45 minutes, just flurries, nothing really interesting, but yeah, we transferred the fire over. I should have recorded that. That was interesting. I found an old trash can lid and used it to move the coals over to this fire pit. But as you can see, or if you can see, we found the place to sit now and stay warm. Gonna sit here and enjoy this fire a little bit, and then kick Stephen out back to his shelter and go to bed. If anything exciting happens, I'll check back in with you. If not, we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It is 7:44, still flurrying. It started raining heavy last night, and it put my fire out. So I had to tuck into my bag and my bivvy, and it held up good. I stayed warm. I never even got chilled. I did miss the fire though, but we're gonna get up. We might attempt a fire. Everything outside of the shelter is soaked and snow covered with about 2 inches of wet snow, but we're gonna see what we can do. A cup of coffee would be nice right now, but yeah, let's get up and get this day started. Oh. They say that's a 0 degree bag, but I don't think it would handle 0.
What?
That sleeping bag. They say it's a 0 degree bag, but I don't believe it would handle 0 degree weather. That must be like the survivability. Because if there was any air got to it at all, I knew about it. Definitely an experience.
You got that right.
Well, we could try to start to make a fire, but
No, it's definitely a good idea, I think, to get out. I've kind of looked around, because I even thought, well, I can get that stove out and we can just feed sticks in. That's enough to boil your water, my water, whatever. We get water boiled, because that's all we need is water boiled. But I don't even know if any of this will be able to get lit.
right.
I mean, I'm sure we can get it lit, but we want to take the time to do it.
That time versus just getting out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on the call to just pack it up.
It sucks too.
We did survive a full night of snow though. It just keeps falling out of the trees. Everything's froze to the ground. Everything's froze in the ground. Trying not to lose my stakes. Only know Bushcraft 5.0, but I didn't make my own stakes. Ooh, what's slick? That is slick. Well guys, I believe this camp is over. Steven's got to get his tarp packed and then we are headed out of here. We'll check in with you on the trail on the way out and show you some of this beautiful snow footage. It's been a great trip, but yeah, let's get these packs on and get hiking. Always love the sound of snow under our feet.
What do you say this is? 2 or 3 inches?
At least 2, 3, yeah. Having fun?
Woo! We'd have more fun if I'd put my jacket up and had a jacket to wear.
Yeah, mine's soaked too, but I had my puffy. Hiking in the snow is a little different, but I like it.
I got my poncho, and it's actually working pretty good. This is my backup plan.
All right guys, we are back at the Jeep. Got those old heavy packs off, and now it's time to test out the 4-wheel drive getting off this hill. But I mean, Steven's had a good trip.
He's got enough weight in there with me. We got plenty of traction, don't worry.
We got traction. We've had a great trip. Started out in 40s, cloudy. Poured the rain at midnight and switched over to snow. So you can see how much snow we have here at Martin's Fork right now. Absolutely a great trip though. We're going to get this Jeep defrosted and head on out here and find a cup of coffee and get back to the real world. Guys, thanks for watching. It's been Jason and Steven. Steven's from the Crafty Crow Show. Go check out his channel. And my channel, of course, is Man's Adventures. We both would appreciate if you'd subscribe, comment, like our stuff. Man, let's get this growing and keep it going, and we'll keep bringing you footage like this from the wild. Thank you all. Have a good one.